Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and just stick around. Also, if you need any help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you guys are interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. Today I wanted to make a video about all of you guys who are manifesting whatever it is that you're manifesting and you feel like you're on a timeline. You might start to feel anxious and stressed and worried about time, how long it might take. You may be feeling a little too attached to time. So I wanted to speak to all of you guys. I know all of us want our manifestations very fast. It is absolutely possible, by the way. I made a video the other day about it. But today I wanted to talk to all of you who are stressing out and getting a little overly anxious about how long it might take and getting worried that if it takes too long, you might miss an opportunity or you might miss your dreams or this or that. So stay tuned because this is what I'm going to discuss. So I know that many of you may feel like you're on a timeline. Many of you, especially those of you who are manifesting a specific person and you're manifesting marriage and you're manifesting a family, many of you might be feeling like time is passing, time is going by. What am I going to do if it takes like a year or if it takes 2 years? I need a family sooner rather than later. Or it could be about money. You feel like time is running out to pay your bills. Or it might be about a job. Many of you might feel like I need a job sooner rather than later or a new job, whatever it might be. If you are stressing out about time, if you are stressing out about it taking too long, I want you all to hear this video. So first of all, one thing that I want you all to remember is that the linear time, past, present, future, is only experienced in the 3D world, in the 3D reality. It's because we live in this 3D world, in this physical world, that we're actually experiencing time in a linear fashion. However, in reality, time, especially in the higher dimensions, the fourth dimension and above, is not linear. It's never been linear and it's never going to be linear. In the fourth dimension, everything coexists in the now moment. Everything that's been in the past, everything that has ever happened, everything that is the current present, whatever that might be, and anything that could happen in the future, all coexist in the same now moment. So from a metaphysical point of view, there really even isn't time in the sense of the linear time, the way that we experience it and the way we think about it and the way we organize our lives here in the 3D world. That is just an illusion. That is more of a social construct that we have decided to use to organize our day-to-day life better. But in essence, linear time is but an illusion. And this is why we can actually do revision. This is why we can actually go back into the past and change past events and reimagine them a different way. And then we see the results of that in our present and in our future. This is exactly why, because time is not actually linear. Despite the whole 3D illusion that shows us time as a very linear construct of past, present, future. However, we do live in a 3D world. That is true. And you know, I'm also a practical coach. You know, I don't only talk about the higher metaphysical things, the higher spiritual things, the higher scientific things. I talk about the practical, day-to-day things, the things that you can do now, things that you can do in the present, in the 3D present. So yes, since we're all living in this 3D world, what can we do when we start getting anxious about how long is my manifestation going to take? What if it takes a very long time? What if I miss opportunities? What if something bad happens to me because my manifestation doesn't come on time? And if you are getting into this kind of cycle, into this kind of attachment with time, what can you do? How can you address it? And how can you actually reframe it into something that is more positive and more favorable and that is actually going to align with your manifestation and the story that you're manifesting? So when you become aware that you're starting to get too attached to the notion of time and worrying too much about how long your manifestation is going to take, getting anxious, getting worried, getting nervous, I want you guys to remember two things and remind yourself of those two things. The first thing is, I want you to always remind yourself that time is always on your side. Time is never your enemy. Time is never your opponent. Time is never against you. Instead, time is always your ally, your friend, your supporter. Time is always on your side, and time is always on the side of your manifestation. Let's say you're manifesting a specific person back, or you're manifesting a new specific person, whatever your situation might be, and you're stressing out about how long it might take. I need to start a family sooner rather than later. Time is going by. I'm not getting any younger, and all these things that we hear a lot in the 3D and are part of our social conditioning. You need to remind yourself that the time it takes to shift into your new state, into your new reality, and dwell in it is not wasted time. It is time that you actually need to become the best version of yourself. It is also time that your specific person needs, if you're manifesting a specific person, for them to become the best version of themselves. And it is the time that is needed for your manifestation to be orchestrated in a perfect way, for all the bridges that need to be completed, and for you guys to come together in a solid foundation, to have a solid long-term relationship, and perhaps if that's what you're manifesting, a solid marriage, a happy family, or whatever it is that you're manifesting with them. Same thing about money, same thing about the job. The time that it's taken for your manifestation to materialize, and the time that it's taken for you to shift internally, because that is what tends to take the longest, our internal shift, is the exact time that is needed for you to be shaped into the best version of yourself. Perhaps to heal of past triggers, perhaps to get over your old story, to get over the obsession with your circumstances. All of it is contributing to you being shaped into the best version of yourself so that you can actually get the money and keep it and multiply it, get the job and thrive at it, get the SP and have the perfect relationship with them, a solid long-term relationship or marriage with a good foundation. And so this time is never wasted. This time is actually invested into your manifestation becoming perfect. Because remember, manifestations are always perfect. They always come in the most perfect way at the most perfect time. And by the way, this is not to say that it cannot come instantly or very fast. Like I said, I did another video the other day. They can absolutely come instantly or very fast. That happens all the time. However, if it's taking a little longer than you prefer, or if it's taking much longer than you think it should be taking, then see it as time being on your side. See it as bridges are being formed, bridges are being completed to bring me my desire in the most perfect way. See it as things are working in my favor, as opposed to things are working against me. Time is working against me. I feel like I'm being chased by time. I'm in a rush. Reframe it into something that is actually favorable, and it is actually something that aligns with the story that you're building. Because like I just said, manifestation is always perfect. This means it always happens in perfect ways at the perfect time. The other thing I want you guys to remember and to remind yourselves when you become aware that you're getting anxious, nervous about time, impatient, and all that, is that manifestations come from our higher self. Our higher self gives us the desire, and our higher self materializes that manifestation into the 3D. Our higher self has already experienced the desire in the 4th dimension, and our higher self knows all the ways and all the paths and all the means by which a manifestation is going to materialize in the 3D, even if we cannot see it at the moment. What does this mean? This means that your higher self is also on your side. It's not your enemy, it's not your opponent, it's your friend, and it's your ally. So if your higher self is going to give you a desire about something because he or she knows that it's already been materialized in the 4D, it's already experienced it in the 4D, it's going to orchestrate it in the most perfect ways for you. It's going to form the best bridges for you, the ones with the least resistance, the ones that are going to secure the manifestation into becoming something solid and sticking. And so your higher self is never actually going to sabotage you. So if you're afraid that, oh, maybe if my manifestation takes, let's say, a year, and in a year I'm going to be a year older and it will be harder for me to have a family and get married and all that, Well, stop worrying about that, because your higher self is in charge. Your higher self is orchestrating all the 3D events for you, for your manifestation to come to you. So it's not going to sabotage you. So it's not going to make you miss an opportunity. It's not going to make you miss your window of opportunity, if you will. Same with a job, same with a career, same with money, same with a business, or whatever else you are manifesting. You're not going to miss your window of opportunity. Your higher self gave you the desire, and your higher self is materializing that desire for you. So it's not going to sabotage you. It's actually orchestrating everything in your favor. So relax, you're not going to miss your opportunity. You're not going to miss the train. You're not going to miss that window of opportunity. Trust your higher self to bring it to you in the perfect way at the perfect time. And again, like I said, it doesn't mean it's going to take long. It might be instant, it might be very fast. But if it's taken longer than you would like, remember that time is on your side. Remember that you need this time, that it's in your favor, so that you become the best version of yourself and be fully ready for your manifestation. And remember that your higher self, who gave you the desire in the first place, is working on your manifestation and is bringing it to you in the most perfect way. So there's nothing to worry about. Things are always working in your favor. And that includes time. That includes the time that it takes for something to materialize in the 3D world. So please keep these things in mind next time you find yourself anxious or nervous or worried about time, and you start getting a little overly attached to how long is it going to take? What if it takes too long? What if I miss my window of opportunity? Or any other thing like that comes from our social conditioning, okay? With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.